What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. Today, short video, let's talk about a very concerning situation in the US banking system. Because according to this graph, as you can see, the unrealized losses of the entire US banking system is now approximately $500 billion US. So, I mean, yes, these are unrealized losses, $500 billion. Big number to say the least. Just so you have a better understanding, unrealized loss means the following. For example, you bought a Apple stock and just for simplicity purposes, it costs $100, just so to make math simple, right? So you bought it for $100, you have it in your investment portfolio, and now the Apple share price is $90, but you still hold the share. So you technically lost $10. So this is the unrealized loss because you still hold the share, you're not selling it. Because as soon as you do sell Apple share, for example, for the very same $90, then it will be a realized loss of $10. But for as long as you hold it without selling, your loss is still unrealized. So basically this is exactly the situation in the US banking system. Right now their unrealized losses together across the entire banking system in America reached $500 billion. As you can see once again, according to this graph, this number started to skyrocket, or I would even say go all the way down to the center of the earth, pretty much after the pandemic, after 2020. This is most likely when banks started to purchase some shares which were skyrocketing, maybe some hyped stocks, making some very interesting trades, some very risky trades, which inevitably, as you already know, the riskier the trade, the greater is the opportunity, the greater is the risk itself. And so basically whenever shares of such companies started losing value a lot, 80%, 90% of some of them, they even got completely bankrupt and became delisted, well, apparently banks are still holding shares of such companies, once again reaching the unrealized loss of $500 billion. But why the situation has not yet exploded literally in our faces, it is exactly that, these are just unrealized losses, so basically banks did not lock in the losses that they made. They purchased the shares, they hold them on the balance sheets, they're not trying to sell them just yet. But eventually when potentially banks will need money or whenever they might get some margin calls, well, unfortunately sometimes they might be forced to sell these positions, lock in the losses. Because what if in the future there will be some kind of a black swan event and people, the clients of banks, they will start to take out money, just fearing for the safety of their deposits. This is when the banks will start losing cash on balance sheets rapidly and potentially not being able to meet their debt obligations in front of other clients of banks. And sometimes I'm not even talking about just regular people as clients, sometimes clients of banks are corporations with billions of dollars inside these banks. What if these clients will not be able to pull their money out? Well, this can be a significant problem, because in this case, once again, banks will be forced to start selling their lost positions, locking in now for real these $500 billion in losses. As a result of all of this, even less cash can be left on the balance sheets of banks, creating even more panic among regular people and corporate clients of banks. And well, eventually this can lead to a chain reaction of disastrous events. More banks will file for bankruptcy, there will be a huge panic across the entire banking sector, but unfortunately, as always, the banks will be, at least the major ones, will be saved by the US government, so the ones which will end up paying the price, once again, will be the regular people in form of potentially increased taxes in the future. So far, the situation is real, there are massive hundreds of billions of dollars of unrealized losses on balance sheets of banks, but it is not yet exploded. So let's see, I'll keep a close eye on this situation and I will update you guys in case something happens. So if you want to stay tuned, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, see you tomorrow.